111 Show, episode 7. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Appreciate y'all. First and foremost, I got my hosts here with me, Chaz,
what's
and
going
my
on?
other co-host with me, CeeLo,
What up,
Caleb,
though? Yes,
Yayla.
sir.
Second thing, y'all been running the subs up, man. My goal was to get to 100 in like 60 days. We've been 111 show for about 20ish, something around there. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's in the 20 range. But anyways, we close to that 100 subs, man. Y'all was listening. Y'all still rocking with the shorts. We gonna keep putting them out. Y'all running up them shorts, man. We appreciate y'all. We is about 11 away from 100, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. It's gonna be for 50 bones. You know, it's something to throw in y'all pocket, gas money. Take that significant other or person you looking at on a little date or something. Throw some gas in your tank, grocery, whatever you need. We're gonna throw you a 50 ball when we hit that 100. I'm gonna give y'all the details later, but just know whoever been liking, supporting, subscribe, tuning into our videos, the Instagram, the reels, the shorts, everything. I love y'all. Continue to support, man. And without further ado, let's get off into these topics. I know that's what y'all came here for.
Yes, sir.
Coming in from New York, Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes. Force a game 6.
Hooping.
Yeah.
Hooping. Julius Randle threw some, you know what I'm saying? He did it. He put his little razzle dazzle on the game. But I wanna harp on the Heat shot the ball horribly. It was wide open and they was missing all these shots. So is it luck? Is it, but Quentin Grimes and Jalen Brunson played the whole game and Brunson dropped 38. So he contributed his, and the ball, they said the ball don't roll your way. The ball didn't roll the Knicks' way. That the game broke before that. But they came out there, they hustled, and then you make your own fortune. And they got it done, man. Y'all want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, let me touch it, man. Jalen Brunson, bro. Man, I told you. New York, y'all was gonna love this guy. And I told you I was insanely pissed off to lose him in Dallas. But I do like that you mentioned Q Grimes though, because I feel like if you wasn't watching, you wouldn't even like known his impact on the game.
Huge impact.
Because what he was doing wasn't even all showing up in the stat sheet. But like you said, Tibbs played him the whole game because he had to, because he was just that impactful. And RJ showed up, Obi Toppin looked good yesterday. Brunson almost a 38-point triple-double, This is what we expected. We expected New York to fight once more and possibly get a dub. They did that. They checked that box. Now it's Butler time. They had their fun.
I don't think Jimmy liked that very much.
I know. He's hurt. We'll get to that. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, I watched that game, man. I just feel like Miami tried to play catch up a little bit too late. Like they got it down to within 4 or 5 points, and it was just too late in the game. Like the Knicks had a lot of momentum. They had what's that cat's name? I like him, man. He's a solid role player. Hartstein. Man,
yeah.
where has he been at?
He been there.
Man.
No, I feel you though. I feel you.
I seen him. I'm like, this is a new player, man. He in there getting put back dunks, offensive boards, like stuff that they need.
Mitchell Robinson too actually played big for once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love that. I'm a big connoisseur. When your big men play well, you have a higher chance of winning that basketball game. We need them second chances, bro.
Yeah.
I like that the Knicks forced the game. Game 6? But I'm thinking Miami gonna close it out at the crib.
Yeah, I don't think they shoot that bad again. I think Miami go home. They close it out, man, because it's the Heat. I don't think Jimmy Butler gonna get them together. He wanted him. He a leader on that team. He gonna get back to him. The shots just didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? They had the looks. The shots just didn't fall. Bam still played great, and I want to highlight that too, because see, like to harp on the bigs. I'm gonna harp on the bigs a little bit too. I like the way Bam played. He was playing aggressive, but when they was kicking it out and they was getting the open shooter, he was collapsing the paint and he was kicking it out. They just wasn't making their shots, man. So I think they go back to Miami. Chad said it too. I'm gonna steal his point and say the role players play better at home. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the home cooking. You got a shorty there that you like to hang with before the game. I don't know what it could be, but somehow they just cook at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Miami probably closes out at the crib.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Have you ever been to a game at FX? Oh,
No, sir.
No.
Have you?
yeah. So FX is like pretty dope. I think it's an arena because
Yep.
you got to give the difference, right? There's not a bad seat in that arena. Like even the nosebleeds, which when I went to the game, it was still a great seat. You could see everything, bro.
Yeah.
Miami's crowd is completely different than any other NBA basketball game that I've
They
ever
sell
been
out
to.
every game too, don't they?
Just about, just
Wow.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's no different from the Garden too. I mean, I'm not talking about from a seating perspective, but in the Garden they're gonna be live. So I also believe like Miami really should strap in and get rid of the Knicks because who knows what can happen if they got to go back to the Garden, you know? So
Yeah. I don't think they want that.
it's a home court series.
I don't think they want that at all. And we're gonna touch on the other Wednesday night game out west, yay area. Now I seen y'all posting a couple little reels and shorts, what
Who?
have you.
Who
You
did that?
know,
How dare they?
both the days is next to me right now.
Warriors at 7.
Warriors and some.
Yeah, man, we got y'all. You know, Warriors fans, man. Shame
No,
on you.
not one
Shame
bit.
on you.
I'm a
Shame.
Draymond fan. The
Yeah.
Dancing Bear. Come on, man.
Sag Nasty's
A
finest.
classic.
Come on now.
Well, let's get it. Let's get into it, dog.
What's up?
I said this is gonna go 6, 7 minimum. LA. I said no 6 minimum,
Yeah.
max 7. LA.
Yeah.
I knew they was gonna lose. Every Lakers fan that you will run into will tell you they was gonna lose game 6, bro. They was gonna lose game
five.
6.
Game
I
five.
was game
Yeah.
5, game 5, game 5. My bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
You
Every
good.
Lakers fan you will run into will tell you that they was gonna lose game 5, bro. That's
Mhm.
just how it is. We got 2 good games out of AD. I'll give him credit for that. But Brown was super aggressive, and then nobody else was there. I said we needed the role players. You need one of those players, D'Lo, Hachimura, Walker, any of those guys to give you 15. And AD didn't pitch in like the way he's supposed to. He got an elbow to Looney from Looney, and he got a concussion now, or he was in concussion protocol from a little head tap. But I didn't think the Lakers was gonna win that game, bro, and they're gonna go back to the crib and handle business. That's what I'm still standing on.
Hey
Yeah.
man, I think you gave a fact the other episode where you said when AD scores 21 plus,
Yeah.
Lakers win.
He got
AD had
23.
21. He contributed his part.
Yeah, 23.
He had 23. Man, he
even more.
contributed his
Okay.
part. And then what they had like 3 bench players or 2 bench players that scored 14, 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another outlier in
Hey,
there.
man.
Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole have not been there like the most for the most part of this series when they needed them most.
Did you think they would be gone forever? This
No.
is Golden State. What
Right.
do you expect? Come
No,
on now.
I told y'all it was gonna go 6, bro. So one of them was gonna have a good fourth quarter. I said it on the pod. I think y'all got amnesia or something. I said Andrew Wiggins and one of these guys is gonna come through in the fourth for him eventually. They wasn't gonna shoot bad the whole series. It's the Warriors we talking about here. You gotta respect your opponent. I'm not a delusional fan. They're gonna play ball. They're gonna be aggressive. They was at home. They play their best at home, bro. So 25 points from Wiggins was what I believe put them over the top, and the other 20 from Draymond, which should have been counted as 40 in my book because Draymond don't score 20 points all that often.
Hey, you
But
know what,
he
Melly?
did his thing. I'm gonna give him his flowers.
You know what, Melly? Let's slow down here. Let's take a seat at Flanagan's or the Tin Can. Let's just chill out. Let's have a conversation here. Let's take our time with this one because there's quite a bit to get to. First off, I'd like to touch on the first thing or one of the first things you mentioned, AD's concussion protocol. I think it's weird, right? In the NFL, we know they have an issue with hiding concussions. We seen it in 8K last year with Tua under the bright lights. They said that possibly, he had a concussion the week before and still played, and we seen what happened to him, bro. He got paralyzed on the field. Now in the NBA, it can't be much different for concussion protocol. So
Stop it, bro.
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. So if AD actually did have concussion-like symptoms, there's no chance the Lakers will report that, right? So is there a chance that they're hiding the AD concussion so they could possibly win a game?
No, I read that AD passed his concussion protocol
He's fine.
in the sports update.
He is fine, bro.
Okay,
I get it.
that's
I get
good.
it. The elbow is a part of the arm that you don't want to catch, especially around this area, bro. We all football players in here. We've been hitting the head. You know,
we've also all hit concussions as well.
Not me, but
you went in them trenches like
lucky
that,
guy.
Lucky guy.
Lucky guy.
No, I'm capping. I did make my my sensor or whatever they had in our helmets go off, and Jason pulled up on me.
You got to shrug it off, huh? That's what AD did.
He put a cold towel on me
in a wheelchair. He shrugged it off and passed his concussion protocol. But anyway, I just wanted to ask you, like, do you think that's an issue in the NBA too, like hiding concussions possibly? Because we don't talk about it as much.
I don't think it's an issue hiding it because we don't see it. We don't see it as often as other sports do, especially football. So it's not. And I believe if it is something with basketball players, the stigma is, you know how I get, bro. You got players who are tougher players, and NBA players are seen as, a little bit on the softer side. They flop, they exaggerate, finesse. It's one of them sports. It's one of them type deals. So I don't think they have a real problem with hiding it because I believe, they got a longer season. They got stuff like that. Like a concussion in football to one of your better players like a Tua can derail your whole season. Absolutely. Which in the NBA, you got 82 games to make up for it. So,
but what about in the playoffs, though, is what I'm talking about, like in this specific type of situation? Because Draymond, the game before, possibly could have suffered a concussion too. He banged his melon off the hardwood after getting ran over by Brown in midair.
And that's what I'm saying, though.
Grant Williams. Oh, what'd you say, Caleb? Hey, Caleb said it best. He said Draymond dribbled his. What'd you say? He dribbled his noggin off the hardwood.
Skipped the pebble on that joint.
But no, Embiid stepped on Grant Williams' head early in their series, in a different series, and that looked way more gruesome than what happened to AD. It looked like it just a little inadvertent, one of them. So, yeah, man, I think that we giving that enough time about AD's injury. But
okay, can I talk about the game then?
Talk about the game.
Like I said, bro, we're just chilling here. We're just gonna play here, right? We're at Flanagan's, chilling. It's the pregame. Let's get into the game. I'll just start in the fourth quarter because that's all we care about. That's all I care about at this point. Steph Curry, dude. Oh, my God. He was a sniper in the fourth. And this has been an issue with Steph. I'll say basically his whole career is like Steph has put on amazing shows, but in the brightest lights, he has come up short a lot of the time, especially in crunch time. And what he did last night was a masterclass, bro. I mean, he's shooting from anywhere. He's drawing double teams and setting up assists. And if he's not getting the assist, the guy he's passing it to is getting the assist. You know what I mean? So it's like his playmaking was as good as we've ever seen it. He's scoring when they need him to score. And he basically like kept a stiff arm out there to make sure the Lakers never got back too close. But it's just that closing mentality, that championship pedigree, right, that we talk about, and knowing how to really close a game out and take care of business, especially at home. And this is why I believe if the Lakers don't get this done in 6 at what used to be Staples, I can't think of the name right now. What is it?
Crypto.
At the Crypto. At Crypto. If they don't get it done in game 6 at Crypto, it's over with. It's over with.
Let me just show you something real quick. Why a 3-1 comeback is not happening. Let me show you something.
Okay,
it's happening.
Just bear with me.
You can't stop the inevitable. Sorry.
Yeah, y'all crazy. Y'all lost your mind.
Look.
Show me what you got to show me, bro.
Y'all
Show
lost your
ya.
mind.
Come on, show
Look,
us.
man, they not. Look, bro, they not coming back, bro. Because there's a little something I saw in the handshake line.
Okay.
Look, did I look like a man that's playing with y'all? Did I look like a man that's playing with y'all right now, bro?
I see one man.
I do.
Do I need
I
to
see
zoom
one
in?
king actually. I see a king, but it's just one. Where's his man's? This man's in a wheelchair at this point. All due
It's all
respect.
good, bro. It's all good.
I
It's
see
all
one
good.
man here.
It's all good.
It's gonna take a team effort
I
to
just
beat
want
the
to. I
Warriors,
just want
bro.
to share that. I just want to share that with y'all.
Okay.
Now it's cool and all. It's cool and all because this is a leader. I talked about leadership. I talked about
Hey,
leadership,
man.
man. We don't get it
Yeah.
together.
Let's talk about leadership with Draymond Green. Hey, you
Real
talk about
smart
Steph
dog.
putting on the clinic. Come
Mhm.
on, man. Draymond,
Yeah,
look at what he did, man. I'm telling you, he was moving with so much urgency.
from
That's
tip.
leadership, bro. And play. It ain't always about, the talk and with the words that come out your mouth, man. That's leadership right there. How Draymond came out, how he was moving. He was moving faster than some of the guards.
Oh yeah.
Like he was hustling, dude. And that's like that 2017, 2018 Dre that we were used to seeing, you know what I mean, going up against Bron in the finals. Now we got to see it again in the West. This ain't even.
I'll do you one better real quick,
eh,
Caleb. That
what?
was like a 2014, 2015 pre-KD Draymond. The Draymond that used to have to score. We
Yeah,
got to see
that's
that
very
again.
true. That's
Yeah.
very true. That's very true.
Yeah, 20 and 10, right? Yep. Draymond
Getting to the cup on
had
your boys. Hey, on your boys.
That's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. But I don't think that's not sustain. I don't think that's sustainable, bro. A lot of these wins in the playoff come down to the other guys. Yes, it's primarily, and a lot of the workload goes on the superstars and the captains and the leaders, whatever you want to call it, on your team. It come down to those guys leading them. I get it, bro. I get it. I'm gonna talk about it again. They're going home. They're going home, and we forget. Don't be prisoners. Don't be prisoners of the moment. Don't be prisoners of the moment. And just because they went to the Bay, it looked all cool and all. Draymond dropped 20 points. Let me tell y'all something. He's not dropping 20 in the next game. I'm sorry. They're going to the crib, bro.
I hope
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
hope not.
Steph gonna
I hope
play.
not.
Steph gonna play well. We probably gonna see a good game out of Clay, but I don't see the other guys stepping up like they did. I don't think it's sustainable. And I think I want y'all to be prisoners of the moment. Yeah, it's all cool. And Danny Draymond dropped his 20. Hats off to him. I say give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But come
That's what
on
we're
now,
doing.
bro.
This is
Come
Melly.
on now.
This is
It's
now
not
you're
all about the
confusing
20,
me, right?
though.
Thank you. Hold on, CeeLo.
It's
But
about the
this
20.
is my issue, right? Because Melvin is painting a picture as if we're Golden State fans here and we're rooting for Golden State. And we all sat up here on this podcast and said at the beginning, I'm obviously going for LeBron in this series, but I got to call it like I see it, though.
Y'all got to defend
And I
y'all
got to
pick.
call
I'm
it
gonna let
how I
y'all defend
predicted
it.
it. And I predicted Golden State in 7, right? And this is what I'm seeing playing out. Now, there's another thing that we haven't really talked about. We glossed over it. It's the fact that Andrew Wiggins is finally back in a rhythm. You can call it a good game. I call it what Lonnie Walker did a good game. I call Andrew Wiggins getting back into form, rounding back into form. How many games has he played this year? Yesterday was his 12th game.
He did
Come
miss
on
a lot
now.
of games.
He's just now getting his legs back under him, as Draymond said. Bro, this is the reason why my Dallas Mavericks lost to the Warriors last year.
It sounds good.
They would have
bro.
beat the Warriors if it wasn't for Andrew Wiggins. And now that I see Wiggins is back playing like Wiggins, I'm terrified. As a Lakers supporter in this series, I'm terrified. And you should be too.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I respect my opponent. I respect who we going against. I know what they're capable of. I know Steph is going to get his. I said from the jump, and I hate to keep trying to say like I said this before, but they got to limit the other guys. That's what it had to come down to, because Steph and Clay were going to get theirs. You can't let two others get theirs. In that case, Andrew Wiggins and Draymond. Now, if Andrew Wiggins gets off the next game, yeah. But I think you're probably going to get your 10 or 12 from Dre. So that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. I don't want to keep going back and forth with this series, bro, because,
Why not?
I don't want to keep
people what
going.
they want, man.
I'll
Like
leave
I
them
said,
with this.
We ain't
said-
getting nowhere.
Go ahead, CeeLo.
10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. GSW win game 6, force a game 7. Draymond triple-double in the win. Lock it
Wow. Wow.
Bro, I just feel like I feel like it's a lot of prisoner of the moment going on, bro. I feel like it's a lot of prisoner in the moment because you
All
got to
right.
think about it. You got to think about it. Let's go back. Let's rewind the tape. Go back to the Memphis series.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the closeout game. They got blew out. This game was a much closer game with a much better team, a much deeper team. Pause.
How dare you compare Memphis to Golden State?
I just said the Golden State Warriors was a deeper team. They got blew out by a worse team.
All right, go ahead, bro. Keep going.
They got
I'll catch you up.
they got blew out by a worse team on the road, and they hung with the Warriors until the end,
Mm-hmm.
and they got hit with some daggers. That's
But
all it was.
did it ever actually feel like the Grizzlies were actually going to win that series? I don't think so.
No, bro. But you know how a series go. The Lakers is why we get on the Warriors about not being on the road. I don't think the Lakers really like being on. I don't really think the Lakers like being on the road, giving us a bus ride away, bro. So I say they get back into form. Darvin Ham and LeBron and the rest of the coaching staff, they get it together. They get it together, man. Lock in, and
I hope so.
get this thing finished in 6. Because if it come down to 7, then we're gonna be having a whole different conversation come whenever the next time we record. So
Absolutely, and we'll make sure we record for that one beforehand.
yeah, for sure.
Before.
Now,
All right, bro.
I know this is taking up the rest of the thing, but let's talk about the Suns and the situation they in because they just keep having a little injuries and knick-knack problems going on, and they got blew out by Denver.
Yeah.
Aiden sucks.
I know that was coming.
Aiden sucks. He is the worst guy. Like he just brings the whole team around down. He's the absolute worst guy. I don't know how you sit here and you can look at his stat line. Like you can go and Google his stat line. And be like, oh yeah, 14-9. He played a good game. Absolutely not, bro. You got to watch him play live, dude. And it's absolutely garbage. No effort, no intensity. He wants the ball, but he's not giving anything on the other end on defense when asked. You got KD and D Book barking at him, and he, all his emotions. He get up and go sit down on the other end of the bench. Like, come on, bro.
I got a narrative for you.
Game. Right.
Go ahead, get a narrative. Go ahead.
I got a narrative for y'all, and it's gonna kind of make sense if y'all haven't heard about it. So, DeAndre Ayton went to Arizona, right? He said he wanted to be a power forward. Now we know how these guys get when they want to be positional and they want to be a power forward. He didn't want to be a traditional center. He didn't want to be a rim protector. I get it. He's been saying this from jump. So the Suns thought, oh, we can fix him, make him a center, and make him be a rim protector with his crazy wingspan because he should be protecting the rim like an AD, like a Giannis,
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson. He should. They thinking he was going to turn into that guy, but he doesn't want to be that guy. He wants to be a finesse guy. He want to shoot middies like a power forward. He want to have a little bit more of a dirt game, a finesse game, a shoot around the perimeter. I don't really got to play too much defense and block shots. It was an article I read saying, yeah, they called out his shot blocking, and it was like, yeah, that's something I got to work on. But it's just I'm an eye test guy too, and I know the numbers don't always tell the story. And it's going. We got another guy in this series who's a numbers guy, and he's won his MVPs based on his numbers and skill. But I think Ayton is trying to be somewhat like Joker, but he's just not that guy. He needs to play within his range and play like a 7-footer.
Yeah.
It's just times that people are under the rim. He's not giving no type of effort. He's not trying to get in there we got shorter guys in the league that play tougher than him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen PJ Tucker defend the paint harder than Ayton did in that series, and he a foot taller than bro. So I don't think it's no excuse, man. Like I think the Suns. I don't know if they signed him back to a deal. I don't know what his contract is like, but
he just got paid, bro. This is the first year of his contract. So yeah, I think he got a 4 or 5 year max, And that was a big talk. Like, do you trade Ayton? Remember last offseason, everybody's talking about does Ayton go to the Pistons and all this stuff just right before the draft. And we grabbed Jalen Duren, and that was off the table. Anyway,
Yeah,
Phoenix ended up paying him. But I don't even want to harp on him. The story of this game for me is Phoenix is obviously a man or two short. And there's nothing that they can do with Denver when Denver plays like Denver. When Denver has their role players playing their role, knocking down shots, cutting for Jokic, and playing defense, they got some good perimeter defenders, like you said, Melvin, before. If they're playing their game, there's nothing that Suns can do with them right now. Not with this current roster that the Suns have. There's nothing they can do. And in that last game, we saw, well, Booker didn't play great. KD tried to keep him in there. He didn't play his best. But we saw Jokic really like laid a smack down on his competition in a way that we've been waiting for him to do. And he had a 53-point game in this series. So let me, not act like he's been a slouch. But, I mean, a full triple-double, controlling the pace. Jokic goes out the game. Phoenix goes on a run and takes the lead. Jokic comes back in like 2 minutes later and instantly 12-0 run for Denver. And they take the lead.
That's
and
what I'm
Phoenix
saying,
doesn't touch
bro.
it again for the rest of the night. You know what I mean? Like, just total control. Domination.
That's why I try not to be, like I said before with the Lakers series, a prisoner of the moment. I saw something in that Suns game. Yes, Shamet had a 15-point turnaround for the Suns, and that's what made it because Jokic was not letting up off the gas at all. They had nothing for him. So that's what I saw in that 53-point game. And that's why I continue to say they probably don't get that again, and I'm not going to count on those guys because – and they still, even with his 15 points, they almost won the game. There were a couple turnovers here and there and missed shots away from winning that game. So that's why I was like, the Nuggets are still in control of this series, and they would have to get like a monumental performance out of Devin Booker and KD tonight for them to win. I say at least like 80 points combined.
Yeah, I was just about to say they need at least 75. You got 80. 80 is a stretch, but
I'm going.
That's
80.
what that is. That's what it's probably gonna need to take is about 80 points between them two.
You need another all-time
40 and 40, whatever it is.
Definitely. What tonight is literally, hey, it's the Book and KD show.
Facts.
We gonna go as far as y'all can possibly take us. Everybody clear out. We're ISOing. We're running off screens. We're getting to our spots in the mid range. Hey, Torrey Craig gonna have to knock down an open three. Your boy Shemet Face gonna have to knock down an open three. Hey, I'm telling you, like, I really think Phoenix has no shot at this point. Not even because Ayton's out, but just because they're overmatched. They're simply overmatched.
I think Ayton being out might help them, believe it or not. Because
Rudy Gobert effect.
That's what I'm thinking too. To be honest with you, because Ayton is so sorry, bro. Give me Jock Landale. Yeah. Okay, give me Jock Landale. Matter of fact, is TJ Warren healthy? Is he playing?
Yeah, I was gonna
give me TJ Warren, man.
Mm-hmm.
Give me TJ Warren, man. Give me them guys. Play small ball. That might help him. That might help him run the floor.
I mean,
Golden State action. That maybe
it could. I don't know. It could. I think Jokic is too good for that. Like, teams that beat Denver in the past have not really done it going small because Jokic is a point center. You know what I mean? So once they're on offense, you're just at a complete disadvantage. And there's nothing that you can really do to like try to hide somebody. Like, Jokic is going to pinpoint that weakness if you try to go small, which is why we've seen Ayton find success against Jokic in the past when they went to the finals, when he had CP out there in his ear after every possession, letting them know, hey, stay big, stay big, stay big. In the bubble, when the Lakers beat them, they had AD on him all game long. LeBron's in his ear. Stay locked in. This is your assignment. This is what you got to do. You have to neutralize him. I don't think the Suns can match that tonight.
Great call calling on the leadership again, man. But I think the Suns gonna have to make this game ugly. I believe Denver took on their head coach's personality because he is more of an intense guy, and you could tell from the post game, all game long, he owned them boys.
Yeah.
And I believe they got defenders that make it ugly. Aaron Gordon and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is not afraid of the contact. They was on them boys from jump when they was at home. Full court, Kentavious picking up D-Book from the inbound. You know what I'm saying? He making it tough on them. So I believe that's the type of energy the Suns need to return back to Denver.
Yeah.
Or else they're gonna have to make it ugly for them other guys and let Jokic get his. I'm all for letting the star get his and limit them other guys because the other guys is what turn the series.
Facts. I want to say real hater moment. I hate to see ex Pistons balling on other teams. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Bruce Brown, a couple other guys out there. I don't like seeing you guys hoop for other teams. I wasn't hooping for the Pistons like that.
Yeah, bro, they're everywhere. It happens every year. It's like an ex-Piston becomes a borderline all-star, bro. I mean, Chris Middleton. You know what I mean? Like, this has
Chris
been happening for
Middleton,
years.
Jeremy Grant was when he was on the Nuggets. Well, Trey Lyles was hooping for Sacramento. Like,
Yep.
Spencer Dinwiddie when he was with the
Reggie,
Mavericks.
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson out of nowhere.
He went to the Clippers.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. Man, but what's the next series? We got Philly, Boston. Now this series,
live right now.
this Phillies has a series has flipped on its head. The 76ers look super comfortable right now.
They do.
They look super comfortable.
I had to take a peek at the score real quick.
What was it looking like? Because I can't see right now.
37-24. Boston is up. PJ Tucker just missed a wide open corner three.
Nah, per usual.
Yeah.
Sound about right.
But that was the turning point in the games before. TJ Warren, PJ Tucker. I'm talking about TJ Warren. PJ Tucker, they swing it to the corner. They had a beautiful possession that, what I'm saying, everybody's swinging the ball around. They swing it to PJ in the corner, and he finally make his three. And that's when I was like, this game is over.
Yes. It's wraps. We seen enough.
This game is over. We got an MVP performance.
It's kind of like when Draymond hit his three yesterday to pop the game off. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's no chance they lose tonight.
Absolutely not.
0% chance they lose tonight.
It's just stuff like that, man.
Yep.
And, yeah, bro. I don't know if it's like the inexperience of Missoula. I don't want to give him that because he been doing his thing all season. But yeah, bro, like the Celtics look like they trying too hard to be too serious, and I feel like they wound up so tight when it's just like finals. We got to get back to the finals when y'all just need to get past the 76ers, bro. And I don't know if they telling them that because all you hear in the media or like from them, they got it on their t-shirt, unfinished business. But y'all gotta handle the business prior to that. You gotta file your taxes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your left shoe on. You gotta put your socks on before you put your shoes on and go run, man. Like that was probably a poop analogy, but like it seemed like they trying to get right to the end of the game, bro. You ain't even beat level 1 yet. You ain't beat level 2 yet, bro. Like
I feel you, bro. But okay, so everything I hear, everybody wants to blame Missoula. But tell me, are you putting more blame on Missoula, the coaching staff, or the players at this point?
Coaching staff.
What about you, Melly?
That late game situation when they was at home and he had 2 timeouts and he likes to hold them in situations like that. You gotta chill out. I mean, I feel like that's just commonplace in basketball when you got the last possession to get a good play in at least and let everybody be on the same page. Hey, we're doing this. We're going to this guy. I feel like that's just commonplace. Is it not? So I give them that game, but the rest of it, I just feel like they being too serious. They need to loosen up and just play basketball. Like they got all the talent in the world. They got all the ability in the world. But I feel like from me looking at them, it looked like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get to the final boss and you ain't beat the first one yet.
Facts.
Read the tutorial again. Go through level 1. Handle your business prior to that, and then get to where you need to go, bro. I just feel like they wound up too tight. They need to loosen up.
Yeah, let me weigh on this one. I don't know if you guys spoke about it in another episode. I don't think you did about Robert Williams.
We've touched on it before.
You touched on it. Well, I'm gonna touch on it again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to piggyback off what they did last year, but he was definitely like an X factor for them last year going up against teams like the 76ers.
Yeah.
And he's not even playing that much. So I feel like that's kind of altering them when it gets down into, those volleyball situations where
Yep.
like no team is scoring. You playing pretty. You're not even really playing defense. People just kind of doing loose passes, like those block shots, those hard, tough rebounds where you
Yep.
snatching away from people. Like the Celtics really need that. They trying to get it out of Jason Tatum, and I feel like that's throwing him off rhythm. I
Yeah.
feel like that's
Okay.
throwing Tatum off rhythm. That's
That's a
where I
good
was leaning
point.
to.
That's a good point.
So
Mm.
That's
that's
what I was
where,
going to ask.
yeah, that's where I'm blaming the coaching staff. Is because like essentially you got the same team that you had from last year,
Yep.
and you throwing out different lineups that like obviously isn't working. Like maybe it worked game one, maybe it worked, game two, whatever game it was, But the lineups that worked for him last year, we not really seeing that.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you
man.
talked about the lack of impact from Big Rob because we know what he was last year. He was a total game wrecker, bro. He's a rim protector. He can jump out the gym. He has great passing vision. Like he helps that offense not go stagnant and keep rolling. And we have not seen that side of him yet either this year or this playoff series at least. And I was going to ask next, like, do y'all feel like Tatum is taking that step to that next level where everybody expected him to be at this point after reaching the finals last year and going toe to toe with Steph and Clay and all them boys and beating Giannis in the series before, right? Like we expected Tatum to be at a point where he could lead a team at least back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I feel like I'm not getting enough out of Tatum this year. Like I don't know if he's being timid or like you said, CeeLo, his rhythm is off or what. So tell me what y'all think about how Tatum's been playing.
They asking him to do a lot. They asking him to do a lot, and I think I mean, that's what they expect out of him. Like he's that kind of player to be able to do that much because he getting them comparisons to Bron, Melo, KD, all those type of guys. At such a young point in his career, he's had a few great years now, right? And I feel like he should still kind of focus on himself and not the other contributions when they got guys on the team for those specific things like rebounding and passing. Let Tatum still be that finesse scorer, hitting post fades, whatever it is, to get your offense going, or just to stay in rhythm, or just to keep the lead changes, or game ties, or taking the lead, or starting a run. Like let him continue to do that. Don't tell him, hey, I need you to go board up. Throw your guy in there to go board up. Throw your other guy to
Mm-hmm.
go in there and board up, man.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's kind of like what it reminds me of is like in hockey a little bit. Um, there's always defensemen that are there to protect like your scoring guys, your attacking guys. There's always you always keep a scrapper on a team to protect the guys, right? And it's like, does Tatum have enough scrappers on his team to have his back, right? Like if Boston in a dog fight, I maybe Marcus Smart. Who else got that dog in him on Boston besides maybe Marcus Smart?
I thought
Robert
Grant
Williams.
Williams. I thought Grant Williams, but I ain't really seen that from him either.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
haven't seen that
He's
from
getting
Grant
punked by
Williams.
Tobias Harris. He can't even
Exactly.
stay on the floor.
Exactly.
Can I chime in?
Please
Yeah.
do. Please
Let
do.
me get my little yeah on this. So is Tatum burning the candle on both ends, playing defense or offense? Yes. But I think he prides himself on being a two-way player, being one of those came from the Kobe tree, you know, one of Kobe's children. I think he takes pride in that. And I think the coaching staff can take some of that defensive, responsibility off him to get the boards, initiate the offense, and then, push the pace when needed. But I think he takes pride in that, and that's something he wants to be, and that's what got him all NBA first team is doing that. So I believe in this series, yes, you do make your adjustments and throw in a Robert Williams and a Grant Williams because sometimes the 76ers go on streaks where they're not hitting shots. They got streaky shooters too. So I say you throw your defenders out there, let Jason Tatum cook on offense, and let that be your adjustment because like you said, I'm just soaking in everything y'all saying. I'm like, yeah, if I did have to, I had to guard like one of their primary players. I'm rotating, I'm doing all this stuff, get the board, bring the ball up court, doing all this. I'm doing a lot. And I feel like when we saw it in the net series, when they had all the defenders on the court and they neutralized Kyrie and KD, I mean, they got their points, but everybody else is a non-factor. that was up, and you brought in a Malcolm Brogdon to handle more of those guard roles and then guard more players, so you could kind of hide Jason Tatum for maybe you know like a half of a quarter until you and let him cook on offense or something like that. I don't know if that's something they looking at, but that's what I think they should do is hide him a little bit sometime because it ain't gonna get nothing but harder from here on. So yeah, that's all I had to say on. That's all I had to say about harping on that.
Yeah, let me say one quick thing before we move on. I do want to give Philly their credit too. I know we spent a lot of time talking about what Boston needs to do better, defending Boston, but we got to give Harden his credit for being able to analyze the game and know, okay, because I sat up here on the pod last episode and said Philly has not won a game in this series without Harden going for 40. But Harden realized, hey, okay, Maxi's on tonight. Embiid is on tonight. So I can step back. I can put up 20 and go get 14 assists. You know what I mean? And just run the offense. Tobias showed up too. So that's another guy that can help take a load off Harden, scoring wise. So yeah, I think Philly played great. It's almost like they played the perfect Philly game, the best you're going to get from Philly, getting 30 from Maxey and 30 plus from Embiid and double doubles and all that. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Philly. Them boys look good, man.
Yeah, I want to see these All NBA teams.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We're gonna talk snubs, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Coming in at the guard position, we got Luka Doncic on the All NBA first team, Shy SGA, and then we got Tatum at the 3, All NBA first team, and then we got Giannis at the other forward, and then Embiid at the center, his first All NBA.
Wow.
Thoughts?
All right, so I'm gonna go first, Caleb, because I ain't got that much to say. I gotta hear the second team first before I break down the first team and say somebody is undeserving. Because all those guys you named right there were ballers. Jokic and Embiid they're kind of gonna go on and off every other year, I would expect. With Embiid being the MVP this year, it makes sense that he's first team over Jokic. So yeah, I want to see second team before I break it down too much.
Oh, you want to see second team? Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
You only get in the third.
Me either.
I heard
I just
some
found a
rumblings about Mitchell over Shea. I heard.
Yeah, that was the bone I picked. If any.
Yeah, I just think averaging almost like 32 points a game, you can't pick for him. I guess he ain't got the worst team. So I know teams don't come into it as an individual thing. I don't want to throw in like the extra stuff because I think with Chet, I know Chet don't make like a huge difference, but he probably get them more wins with him being on the court.
Yeah, so
that's
basically
a better upgrade than what they have, man.
The argument I was making is Donovan Mitchell led a way better roster, right? I mean record, my bad. Led a way better record and played in more meaningful games. And he had higher moments, but I do think Shea probably had a better season overall. But then again, when you're on a team that's not expected to do nothing and you have no expectations, it's easy to go out there. And how many guys have we seen? Not to say Shea is this, because I am a huge Shea fan. I like him a lot. But how many guys have we seen go on a trash team, put up crazy numbers, get a big contract, go to a better team, and fall off? I mean, look at Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma left LA, went to Washington, and became a star, bro. It's because he has nothing there to worry about. So he's just shooting.
Is he a star though?
No, I mean, I'm just saying he is averaging over 20 points a game. Like he wasn't doing that in LA.
I don't think his stuff is empty calories though. Like I don't think his stuff is empty calories. He just had to do with what he had.
Right.
He got a lot. They are probably the youngest team in the NBA, and I think distance is probably if they not younger, they're around the same age, and he took that team to a play-in. Wow, the Pistons is in the lottery, so been a lottery team again. If you really want to think about it, without him, they weak. So I think it's more of an individual thing, and he did what he had to do. He was 30 points in and out. I don't think nobody could do anything with him. So I think he was rightfully so in that spot. And
I have no problem with it.
Yeah, I don't see no issue with the second team. I think that's perfect. I really don't have no problems with this list.
No gripes. Besides,
because I mean, Embiid won the MVP, so he can't.
Right, he can't be under.
You can't lower him.
Facts.
Because that's how it was going to be before the Embiid ended up being second team, and everybody wanted to be the MVP. Now it's flip flop. So,
hey, give me third team guards again. Was that Fox and Lillard?
Yeah, Fox and Lillard.
Okay. I'm ready. You know me. I'm ready to throw Brunson in there, bro. Throw Jalen Brunson somewhere, but I can't put him over either one of them. Maybe. I can't even put him over Dame, bro. His Dame was going nuts. Dame had a 70-point game this year too. All NBA. I think it's straight this year, bro.
Yeah. Besides the 7-point, like again, he doing what he got, and I feel like he's doing a lot with what he got. So. Yeah, bro. Yep. Brunson had a good team, a good year, and he probably could have got on the list if these other guys didn't play so well. Like he played good enough to get on one of these teams, but like he didn't outplay those guys. I saw a little bit of rumble about LeBron because he missed a lot of games, but else would you put in that forward spot? Just off top, who else you there?
Bro, Bron was crazy this year. Bron had such a good season. It's hard to think of anybody. The first name that comes to my head. I can't
think of nobody.
It might be crazy, but it's like probably what? Lauri Markkanen? That's probably the first name that comes to my head for another forward.
Lauri had a good year. I don't think anybody's expecting that of him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. But I do have one gripe.
Got him on games.
I have one little gripe, but it's not even about NBA all team. It's about first team defense. How did Draymond not make first team all defense? I don't know if you've seen that list, bro, but Draymond was second team this year, and I thought that was absurd. Absurd.
Really? Brooke Lopez got on there. I saw that.
Didn't Evan Mobley get on there too?
Really?
Evan Mobley got defensive player of the year votes.
Yeah, Alex Caruso, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is supposed to be on there.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Giannis was upset about that too, that he didn't get first team all defense.
He should be.
Yeah.
The only reason Brooke is there is because of Giannis.
Exactly.
That's the only reason. So yeah, he should be.
Wow. Yeah, bro.
Draymond instantly going in there over Brooke for me. I don't care if Brooke had 12 blocks a game, which he didn't, but he did have a lot of blocks. He's not a better defensive player, more impactful defensive player than Draymond Green. It's no, it's not going. Sorry. Can't let that slide.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Jaren Jackson deserved that. He was defensive player of the year, so he got to be on there.
Facts.
Yeah, dog. Marcus Smart didn't make it. Marcus Smart didn't make it. People's making a case. Oh, wow. Dude, yeah.
Well, we going to tap into this football talk, though.
It's coming up next.
Is it? Okay.
Wait. Here already?
Did they drop the full schedules? Yeah, I don't really care about them. Is they out now? I know we was waiting.
Yeah, the NFL schedules are out. They dropped them last night.
All right, bet.
I'm about to pull up
Bet,
two
bet, bet.
schedules
But they
that
ain't
we
said
have to
what to
talk about.
bring them up.
All right. Oh, yup. My guy, Buka got us. All right. First, as you can see, I got all the gear on. We got to talk about the Lions schedule because I think it's pretty brutal. Um, there's another.
To pop the year off against the defending champs is definitely
It's
brutal.
crazy.
Like, come on, man. But I think that should be that's an exciting pop off though. To be honest with you, when you get what they're when you get the nerdy stats, I think what the Lions were like the number one scoring offense or number two, maybe I don't know, somewhere in there you get those
It was
numbers.
up there.
Yeah,
They
they were
both
up
up
there.
there.
Right, so maybe we might get an early shootout, beginning of the season. That's what I hope.
I mean, that's what they
Yep.
did with Philly last year. Philly
Yeah,
was the other Super Bowl team.
right,
Unknowingly, they played them.
right.
So, and they hung with them. So,
I'm trying
I
to find the
mean,
Lions schedule real quick.
no, I'm looking at a week 2 Seattle.
You got it?
Seattle at home. And then home against the Falcons. Then week 4 at Green Bay. Week 5 back home against Carolina. Week 6 they go to Tampa. Week 7 Baltimore at Baltimore.
So they got the NFC South, and it looks like the AFC West.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC South is not the best division. I wouldn't say they're the worst, but they're a bottom 3 division in the league. Um, but they do got some solid teams in there that's going to play defense. The Saints are going to play defense. The Bucks will still play defense. Carolina is most definitely going to play defense.
Seattle gonna play defense too.
And, yeah, Seattle is too. But I was just talking about the NFC. NFC South teams.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So yeah, they got the South, and then they got the AFC West. So that's the Chargers, Herbo.
Mm-hmm.
That's at Herbo,
Yep.
or is that in Detroit?
Yep. The grade out games is the away Johns.
So they got to go to LA. Good luck. They got to go to Kansas City. Good luck. Who else they got out there in the West? Raiders. Hey, we got a win there. They'll catch a win at the Raiders or at home for the Raiders. And then, Denver.
This is a tough schedule.
Bro, I'm counting 8 wins on the Lions schedule right now.
I mean, that's where they was at last year. The
I think
Saints,
9 if they get lucky.
bro, because they lost a winnable game against Carolina last year.
Yep.
And they just got gashed. And then, man, you got Saints late in the year. Probably going to be playoff implications. We don't know what's going to happen with their schedule up until that point. But that's a series.
The week after Green Bay too. Yep.
That's a serious game. You go back into conference play against Chicago, and then you play Denver at the crib.
Sean Payton, Denver.
Which their defense, regardless of the coach, has been a staple of theirs. So
yep. And then they're closing it out with Vikings, Dallas, Vikings. Why do the Lions have such a hard schedule?
Bro, because of the hype, bro. This is what I was thinking about, because CeeLo brought it up the last episode about social media quarterbacks. And believe it or not, the Lions have become a social media team.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they've become a social media team. They were on Hard Knocks. You get your characters out there, and they become beloved characters like Rodriguez, and you got Aiden Hutchinson and Amon Ra, and you got Jared Goff looking like the boy next door. Pause.
Can't forget about the coach.
Can't forget about the coach. That's the figurehead of the whole thing, bro. So everybody loved him since he talked about biting somebody kneecaps and ankles off. So they the most they're a beloved team in the NFL right now. So I think that's why this was kind of warranted their schedule. I don't know if it was on purpose just to smack the Lions down back to earth. because they was riding high off that Green Bay win.
Right. And
Yeah, bro.
so basically, to close this out, I'll say this: NFC South, AFC West, and then 2 division games. In their division, I think the Lions can go 5-1. But more realistically, I believe they'll go 4-2. And between the AFC West and NFC South, I think they'll find 4 to 5 more wins. So I would set their season total wins at 8.5, and I would probably lean the under. I think they land on 8 wins, maybe 9. It's going to take a little luck down the stretch there because the back half of their schedule is the hardest part. So that's never good for a team that has playoff hopes. A lot of division games late too. So yeah, that's what I say about the Lions schedule. It's tough.
It gets super tough towards the end of the year. You likely want to be streaking going out of the year. So hopefully that's when they're in a good rhythm. That's what I'm hoping for them. But yeah, dog, it's tough. It's tough. You got the boys schedule up, Chad?
All right, last thing I gotta say, you know how we coming over here in Dallas. Let me send this to y'all real quick so we on the same page.
Dallas don't got an easy schedule either. They got a
Dallas
pretty tough one.
has, according to I don't know who it was, second Spectrum maybe. Anyway, Dallas has the 3rd hardest schedule in the league this year. Out of conference, they're playing the NFC West. We know what that means. I mean, we at Levi Stadium playing against the Niners in prime time, most likely. And we also have the AFC East, which means we got to get Rodgers, Jalen, Tua in the track team, and Bill Belichick, right? On top of the NFC East that we play in already, that's Washington, who's going to have one of the best defenses in the league, Philly, who is the best defense in the league, and the Giants, who are a well-rounded team. Dallas has an impossible schedule. And I still think we'll win 10 games. I do. I still think we'll win 10 games, but the schedule is insane.
9.
9? That's how you feeling?
No, y'all defense still gonna be
That's
straight.
brutal. Yeah, that's brutal. I was about to say they still got a stout defense out there in Dallas. Their defense gonna win them more games than their offense. Watch.
If Micah is healthy,
jeez.
if Micah is healthy, y'all get 9. But I think dog, he gonna have to do some crazy stuff and play a lot of snaps, so and be on the line a little bit more. So
yeah.
Let
me just highlight this real quick. Away games, we got out of conference. We got to go to Buffalo. Hopefully not in the snow. We got to go to Miami. We got to go to the Chargers, and we got to go to San Francisco. Brutal.
Well, given the situation Miami be in, that should be a dub. They probably won't have a quarterback by that time.
Yeah, I'm counting that as a dub. I am.
For real.
I am. I'll count the wins in my head real quick. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, y'all got. I think y'all can catch LA. The Seahawks gonna be a dogfight. I'm still not a believer in the Lions right now. I got wishful thinking about the Lions, but the Cowboys be having the Lions number. So,
hey, I'm gonna be real. I just counted 12 wins, bro.
Not Chaz.
Bro, I gotta call it like I see it. I just counted 12 wins. I mean, it's a tough schedule, but I think Dallas wins 12 games next year.
Can we bet our team's win total?
We can. It's actually live on FanDuel. I looked at the odds earlier.
Yeah, dog.
No free ads. It's live on a certain sports book.
Hey, just get a personal bet. Me and Chad got a personal bet right now.
What we got?
I got the over 6.5 wins for Houston. You said you was gonna take the under.
Was it 6.5 or 8.5?
It was 6.
Melly, does that number sound right to you?
I ain't dare go. When did I say they were gonna win 8 games?
No, it was you and Mike. You and Mike, Chaz. Mike went back and forth with you to 7.5.
Okay.
Mike went back and forth with you.
I ain't ducking it. As long as you can show me my receipts, we good.
The receipts are on YouTube. Maybe.
All right, bet.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or it might have been in the chat. I think it might have been in the chat.
might have been in the chat.
Might have been in the
Yeah.
chat.
Well, can we talk about the team in the Bay Area that I like?
Let's talk about them.
That I root
I
for?
can't say it.
The only relevant
get
team?
it. Get us canceled.
The Yay area.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gold Rush.
All right, here we go.
Faithful
Good
to the
bridge.
Bay, dog. Faithful to the Bay.
And other
Whoa.
things.
Pizza. Cardinals at the crib. The Rams at the crib. Seahawks at the crib. We're going to pop Dallas at the crib. You know, I ain't worried about the Giants. Baltimore and the Bengals going to be a problem. We're going to pop the Buccaneers.
You're not worried about Dallas, but you're worried about Cincinnati? What is this?
Yeah, I'm worried about Cincinnati.
Bro, we smacked them with Cooper Rush last year. What are we talking about here? Cincinnati is not as good as Dallas. Let's go. Keep
All
going,
right.
bro.
Anyways, we're gonna pop the Buccaneers because they got Yaker Mayfield starting. Cardinals, not worried about it. Rams, we got the Rams number even when they was Super Bowl bound. Seattle, I feel like gonna be a problem. The Eagles, I want to get them back for that Super Bowl dub. You know, my boy Debo was talking wet on the internet.
Yes,
Said they would have won if they would have had a quarterback. You know,
Wild.
Washington, garbage. I feel like the Browns gonna be improved. We could talk about it.
The Browns will be good this year.
Browns gonna be improved.
They'll be good.
Steelers gonna be improved.
Yep.
We're gonna smack the Vikings.
Yep.
And we're gonna smack T-Law.
Yeah. Y'all gonna choke T-Law out. Probably in prime time.
Let's talk about it.
So when I see y'all schedule, I see y'all got the NFC East. That's a great division. And then y'all got the AFC North.
Yep.
Another great division. So y'all schedule is pretty hard too. Y'all got to be top 5 hardest schedule in the league, as well as Dallas and probably Detroit. I seen Philly was the number 1 hardest schedule. So I'm guessing y'all up there with us. But yeah, I mean, you can't take none of the AFC North teams for granted.
No, they're gonna be scraps.
Steel City gonna show up no matter what. Baltimore gonna show up no matter what. And I do think Cleveland is gonna be a lot better this year. Deshaun's had time to, get to know the system, get to know his teammates, get to know his coaches. The defense, they gotta shore up the run defense, but the pass defense is solid. They got good pass rush, so they'll also be a problem. But
yeah, I just felt like Deshaun Watson last year was trying to jump on a treadmill, going 12 speed, and he fell on his face.
Facts. Well, I ain't gonna say he fell on his face. He did trip, stumble, and bumble a little bit.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think the conference play ain't nothing ever to take for granted, bro. Because we is probably gonna see a healthy Matthew Stafford and a healthy AD. They said he was fully recovered from the ankle sprain, had surgery, and all of that. So I think we see a totally different. We see a lot of these teams improve. I think we might see a little bit of regression from the Vikings, and then
totally reasonable. That's reasonable.
I think we see more of an effort out of the Cardinals too. I'm not gonna say they got it figured out because they got a lot of holes to cover. Yeah.
So give me your win total. I'm thinking San Fran win total this year. I see 13, but I'd probably set the line at 12.5, not 13.5. I'll put it at 12.5, and I'd probably bet the over on that one. I think y'all win 13 games.
I'll give us 11.
11 and 6. You see 6 L's on this schedule?
12.
12. I like 12 because this is the thing. I don't even know who your quarterback is, so let me stop talking about 13.
I don't either. I feel like 12. That's very small room for error given our quarterback injury history.
Yeah.
So, and we Trey Lance, we've seen flashes, and then we got Purdy. Purdy is the safe bet. You know, we saw everybody's waiting for him to fail, but he didn't actually even fail. He just got hurt. So yeah, bro. You know, Ayuk, Debo, Christian McCaffrey gonna be back in the fold. Trent
Hey.
Williams. Got some pieces to the draft.
Yeah.
We replaced Robbie Gold, so we got a clutch kicker and Moody. Bringing in Ronnie
Yes, sir.
Bell, shoring up
Yes,
some
sir.
receivers. Yeah, dog.
Good Michigan dogs.
Threw some DBs back there. We drafted a corner and a safety. Yeah, bro.
Y'all needed that because y'all lost a couple DBs.
Yeah, bro. So we got younger. You always want to get a little bit younger on that back end, and then we got another backer for Wagner went down, so we need another backer to throw in there when we do have a little bit of injury history. So I feel like in the draft we did more like padding and building depth. So that's what I like they did in the draft. I did
For
think
sure.
Moody was high to take in the third round. Took him before Ronnie Bell, which is when you
It
think
makes
about
sense.
it really don't happen, but yeah, it do make sense because we
It
needed a
makes sense
kicker. Robbie
because
Gold
of
was 40.
his injury history as well too. Ronnie Bell's.
Yeah, but he'll probably be like a filler guy if Debo gets nicked up sometimes, and we need somebody to complement Ayuk because Ayuk's been pretty consistent, and then McLeod, he's more of like a returner guy to me. He can make plays. He's a burner. So yeah, man, I'm confident in the team we bring it back, and I do think the schedule gonna be tougher than I think it
It's
is.
tough. See though, you got a win total for the Niners this year.
0. I'll just play. I'll just play with you. I don't know who's the starting. Who's gonna be a starting QB? Yeah, I know
Probably Trey Lance. That's what
Probably
I'm
Trey
thinking.
Lance.
Trey Lance. Okay, and
They gave
then
up too much for Trey.
Yeah.
man, I mean, I like that coach. I like that offense, bro. I like the heavy run. So I always got to give heavy runs over 10 wins, man, because they just be leaning on them offensive linemen. Man. I love to see it, but then when it comes to that pass, that O line, outside of Trent Williams and your guard, that left side of the line is elite,
Yeah.
but that right side, boy. So if your backfield stays healthy, I give you guys 12 wins as well. But if one of your running backs goes down early in the season, which I don't wish on you because I want to see, some good highlights. I want to be able to bet on them as well. uh, but if one of them running backs go down, I can easily see them probably winning like 9 games and losing a lot.
I'm more so worried about the QB play to be honest, because that's
Yeah.
been the biggest glaring factor for the 49ers. We always seem to find it back somewhere. Shanahan,
Facts.
whether it was Debo or anybody else, bro. So Christian McCaffrey, I believe has less of a workload than he did in Carolina for the 49ers. So I think he stays healthy. And then we got some guys who throw him in. Elijah Mitchell was struggling with injuries. He was supposed to be the guy, but we still could throw Debo in the backfield too. So I'm really worried about the quarterback play. They gave up too much for Trey Lance, and he's going to be the starter. I want to see him. We need them deep shots, bro. Pause, but we need to be able to throw the ball down the field.
This is true.
Yeah, bro. What's up with Houston, CeeLo?
Hey, man, I hope they go undefeated, but that's not going to happen. Um, look, bro.
Give it to me.
Like, this is what I'm saying. I think they are going to either be number 2 in the AFC South, which means they could possibly be wild card potential. So I'm teetering around 8 games. New coach, new scheme, new players, some new players, and some pretty important positions. I'm giving them 8 games with the wild card potential.
Hey, fam. Did I just hear you say second in the South?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance.
Okay. All right, bud.
I
Not
think
a
that
chance.
the Jags, the Jags, the Titans, and the Saints gonna be banging it out for that.
The Colts. I
No, absolutely not.
okay, I
No,
would for sure put Jacksonville ahead of Houston right now.
that's what I said.
And I would for sure put Tennessee
No,
ahead of Houston right now.
I said number 2 for a reason. I got the Jags going number 1 in the AFC South.
And you think
Houston gonna be number 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
that's,
telling you.
crazy.
All right, bro.
Okay, new coach, man. Who cares?
I like
Who cares
D'Amico.
about what they did?
I like
like
D'Amico.
I like
you
D'Amico.
got to think about
like
all the
D'Amico.
teams who did terrible and then they bounced back. Like, come on, man. D'Amico
Okay.
about to get.
You tell me though, this is my only issue with Houston, right? I like D'Amico, and I think he'll be able to change the spirit of that team in that locker room. But I don't know if they have the guys there for him yet to even work with.
Yes, they do. They do. They just drafted him. They
Okay,
just
so
drafted
now
him, and he
now
just
we're-
brought him in the
Now you're gonna
offseason.
have to rely on rookies.
No,
That's
he
my
brought
thing.
guys in the offseason. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Houston has the talent, bro.
I think they do, man. I
I
think
thought it
they
was gonna be
do.
a 2-year thing.
2 to 3. 2 to 3.
Hey, man. Look, did I say they was gonna win more than? Did I say they was gonna be 500? I said 8 games with wild card potential.
You said second in the AFC. That's the only thing that threw me off is second in the AFC South.
That's
the
what
only
AFC
thing that
South
threw me
is
off.
trash, just like the NFC South. Both of the division Souths are buns.
This is true.
So to hold them at number 2, that's not even putting them on a pedestal yet. Come on, bruh.
It's
Putting
not
them at number 2 in the AFC South is like putting them at like 15 out in the ranking of 32. No,
But-
I'm not putting them in the middle of the pack.
But this is the thing, though, right? If you look at the program that Vrabel has rocking in Tennessee right now, I don't think that's just gonna fall off, bro. I don't think it's just the wheels gonna fall off.
Okay.
And for D'Amico to jump him in 1 year would be incredible. It would be. But
That's
I
what's
just don't
gonna
see
happen.
that happening.
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't.
That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you.
Tennessee built to grind it out for a second spot in the South.
And they
Yeah,
built from the
that's
ground
cool.
up, and they're
Run
also
game.
built to beat Jacksonville, which they probably will. I think they probably will win the South this year. I'm not gonna say that yet. I'm gonna wait for our preseason pod, which will be coming down the line in a couple months when we actually do team totals and all that stuff. But I think Tennessee is the most slept on team probably in the league right now, with Tannehill coming back. I do.
I'm like slight cat napping on Tennessee right now.
Let's go.
I'm more leaning towards the Saints.
The Saints in the NFC South.
Oh, my bad, my fault.
You're thinking of the
I'll be
Colts. The
I'll be
Colts in the
getting-
AFC South.
Yeah.
So I can see the Texans having a better season than the Colts. I could for sure.
I can. It depends on how that head-to-head matchup go up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, dog. Yeah, y'all got anything? Y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on NFL wise, NBA wise?
Nah.
So them was our topics though, y'all, bro. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us this far. I said we gonna do the giveaway for the 100 subs. I'm gonna put the promo out on the gram, on all the social media platforms we on. Make sure we share it, and once we get the details down packed, I'm gonna put it out there to get us to that 100 subs, and we're gonna cash y'all out. This has been the 111 show. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share it with somebody you love.